Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the trial of Ifrit and Bahamut EX2 fight. I know it's been a while since it's been released. This isn't exactly new content, but this is tough content for newer players, so maybe you haven't cleared it yet, and I can give you some ideas on how to clear it. I just cleared it today, so I've tried it in the past, and I didn't have enough strength to do it, but now I do. So let me share with you how to tackle this fight. This is my party. Obviously everyone has different weapons and characters and so on, right? So I'm just gonna first give you a general sense of what you need, and then I'll share my party. So from a general sense, well, first the fight, you're gonna fight Bahamut and Ifrit, two summons at the same time. Let's look at Bahamut. He doesn't have any weaknesses or resistances, so you can hit him with anything. Ideally, you want to hit him with non-elemental damage, because non-elemental damage does the most damage, in general, because elemental damage usually has lower multipliers, but elemental damage is good when you're hitting a weakness. Yeah. But if you don't have a strong non-elemental damage, weapon, that's fine. You can really just hit him with your best elemental weapons. For debuffs, he is immune to only poison. Only poison. So that's good news. You can pretty much debuff him with anything you want, except poison. Okay, and then let's look at Ifrit. Ifrit does have a weakness. Ifrit is weak to ice, so you want to bring an ice damage dealer if you can. And if your ice damage dealer is very strong, you can also use ice on Bahamut. So if your ice damage is good, you can just use ice for this entire fight if you want. Okay, for debuffs, he is immune to physical attack down, magic attack down. So you can't weaken him with that. But other than that, you can debuff Ifrit with anything, including bio. So Bahamut was immune to poison, but Ifrit is not immune to poison. So basically, you can poison Ifrit, and you can debuff Bahamut's physical, magical attack. Okay, so actually a lot of debuffs work on this fight, which is good. So then let's talk about the minimum requirements for this fight. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact numbers, but I can tell you at the beginning of the fight, your party is going to get hit by three AoE magic special attacks from Ifrit and Bahamut. So like first, Bahamut will do his Mega Flare to your entire party, and then after he does Mega Flare, you're gonna have some time, so you can heal. So you can heal after the Mega Flare, but then shortly after, then Ifrit is going to hit you with his special attack. It's also magic attack to your entire party. And at the same time, after Ifrit's special attack, you're gonna have some time you can heal. Okay, and then after Ifrit's special attack, you're gonna get hit by a double special attack. It's like Ifrit and Bahamut throw another special attack, a magic special attack. So knowing this, that means at a minimum, your party needs to survive this, because I'll show you the fight later, but you're not going to have time to kill them before these special attacks. So, no matter how strong you are, you're going to take these three special attacks. So, at a minimum, you're going to need 4 stats. You're going to need magic defense, because all 3 special attacks are magic attacks. You're going to need HP. HP just in general, just to keep you healthy. I mean, because they're going to do a lot to you. The third stat you'll need is healing. You're going to need good healing because these 3 special attacks, they're one after another. You don't have that much time between each special attack. So after the first special attack, you need to heal your party back to full HP or close to full HP. After the second attack, same thing. You're going to want to heal your party. And yeah, actually the third special attack, you have much more time after the third one. But yeah, so you're going to want magic defense, you're going to want HP, you're going to want healing, and the fourth stat you're going to want is magic attack down, because Bahamut is not immune to magic attack down. So before Bahamut does his special attack, you want to debuff his magic attack. And actually, not only that, but Bahamut even buffs his own magic attack. So you're gonna need magic attack down to clear his magic attack up, and then you can also try to bring it down as well. So okay, so this is at a minimum. You know, no matter what party you're using, you're going to need a certain amount of magic defense, a certain amount of HP, a certain amount of healing, and a certain amount of magic attack downs. That's at a minimum. Okay. So then let's look at my party. How do I tackle that? So well, okay, I'm using Zach, Aerith, and Cloud. So I'm using Cloud is the main DPS. Actually, he's the only DPS. These two don't do any DPS. Cloud is the DPS of my party. Aerith is the healer. Zach is the second healer, actually. So I'm running 2 healers because, like I said, healing is very important in this fight. And I tried it with 1 healer. You know, I was trying to use Zach's, because I have Zach's ceremonial sword at OB6, and it does 1,220 non-elemental damage. Really good for killing Bahamut. But I couldn't use 2 DPS because my party was just dying because they weren't healing enough between the special attacks. So I switched to 2 healers and 1 DPS. Because again, it doesn't matter how much DPS you have if you can't survive the first 3 attacks. So really important is you need to build your party first. The first thing you need to think about is how can you survive the first 3 attacks. That's step 1. So if you can do that, then we can talk about step 2. But yeah, okay. So back to step 1. So first I said you need magic defense, right? So I'll show you my party. Zach does not have much, 113. I didn't give him anything. Aerith has a good amount, 142. And Cloud has a good amount, 141. Okay. And not only that, but I'm buffing my team's magic defense with Aerith. Aerith is using Kimura Wand, which when she has 70% HP or more, magic defense is increased high potency to the entire team. So this is how I'm keeping my team's magic defense up, which is very important. You do need magic defense up as well, because at the beginning of the fight, your party will have magic defense down. So you need to clear the magic defense down, and then you also need to increase it so you don't die to the special attacks. So put some magic defense on your team if you can. So actually for Zach, I don't have any magic defense on him. That's why his is so low, only 113. I think he's getting it from materia. Actually, same with Aerith. She doesn't have any magic defense in her weapons, but I have a really good magic defense materia, plus 14. And I'm guessing, actually 2, I think this one too. This one is plus 12, so really good materia. I think this one also plus 8. So yeah, she's basically getting all her magic defense from materia. Zach is same, I guess, but not much. And then Cloud has a lot, but he's getting maybe from materia, but I'm pretty sure I gave him Bahamut Knuckles, which you can farm for free if you farm the Bahamut summons. And this gives 40 magic defense points, which does get cut in half, so 20 points. It gives him level 3 magic defense, plus 30. Yeah, okay, so you need to cover magic defense somehow. You want maybe your materia, or maybe a sub weapon like Bahamut Knuckles. And then you also want like an ability to buff your team's magic defense. I'm using Kimura Wand, but there are other options. So you got magic defense covered. Now let's talk about HP. HP is pretty simple. It's kind of trial and error. I mean, there might be a number. I don't know the number that you need, but I can show you my lowest HP character. It's Cloud. He's running at 8,600 HP, and he does survive, but it was quite difficult. So, and he is using Bahamut Knuckles to give him 141 magic defense. And the only way Cloud could survive was he had to be full HP, and he needed magic defense up 3 high. So this actually is a good, this is a good place. This is like the minimum. You could say this is the minimum. 8,600 HP and about 140 magic defense. Of course, maybe your numbers will be different. Maybe you have 9,000 HP, then you can have like 130 magic defense, something like that. It's gonna be trial and error for each person. But yeah, this is Cloud is my squishiest member, because I don't want to build him tanky, because he's my DPS, so I want to build him as strong as possible, offensively as possible. So this is what I got away with. I can show you that Aerith, of course, will survive, because she has more magic defense than Cloud, and she has way more HP, right? 12,000 instead of like 8,000. So, and the same with Zac. But actually, Zac has less magic defense, but I mean, he has so much HP. He has the most HP, 13,000 HP. So, yeah, these are goals. I mean, Cloud is a good minimum goal for you to reach. You want at least 8,000, 9,000 HP, 140 magic defense to survive. And there's tons of weapons that could help you survive, right? And Bahamut Knuckles is probably the best one, because it gives you magic defense and HP. I could show you my other ones, like Aerith's Kimura Wand gives her HP, and I think and this one I'm giving her Syringe, which also gives some HP, so she's got lots of HP. And Zac, I'm giving him Twinkling Star, which gives him HP. And this, I'm giving him 4-point Shuriken, which gives basically just HP. But yeah, okay, so you want a certain amount of magic defense, you want a certain amount of HP, and then what did I say? Third, healing. Then you need a certain amount of healing, because you're gonna get, like I said, you're gonna get hit by 3 special attacks back to back. So healing. That's why I'm running 2 healers. So you got Aerith here with 2,700 heal power. It's coming from, she's using Fairy Tail for healing. I have OB7, so it's 69% potency. She's also running Centipede as a sub weapon to get more heal power. Centipede, mine is OB3. It's giving 44 heal points. And I'm also giving her a Materia, which this is really good for healing. And I mean, obviously you might not have this, but this is what I'm using. It gives her plus 10% heal power. So yeah, so that she's the main healer. She's 2,700 heal power, and then she's going to be using Fairy Tail to AoE heal the team. Other than Aerith, she's not enough, unfortunately, so that's why I'm running Zac as the secondary healer. Zac is using Twinkling Star. Twinkling Star has the all cure slot, materia cure slot. So you put a materia here, and it heals your entire team, like a Cura. So you put a Cura here, and here's my Cura. It'll AoE heal your team. Twinkling Star doesn't give heal power, so you know, Zack's heal power is lower, right? It's 2,000 compared to Aerith's 27. It depends how much heal power you have, but you gotta mix. You know, if you're using 2 healers, some people, if their accounts are strong enough, they can get away with just 1 healer. But mine, I needed 2, so yeah, you're gonna have to mix your weapons around and see which one works. Luckily for Zack, I'm using his Defender in the offhand, which gives some 17 heal points, and also give him 2 healing sub-weapons. So Marching Horn, plus 40 right here, and I also gave him Guard Stick, another plus 40. Sorry, his heal is level 6, getting 2,000 points. Like, look at Aerith. Aerith's heal is level 5, actually. It's lower than Zack's, but I'm guessing it's just she has better heal stats, just maybe because of the materia, and then maybe the weapons also. Yeah, okay, so you have HP, you have magic defense, and then you have healing. And the fourth one is magic attack down. You need to, Ifrit is immune to magic attack down, but Bahamut is not. So you need to lower Bahamut's magic attack. And here I'm using Zack's Twinkling Star. So it's a healing weapon, but the C ability also decreases magic attack by mid. I think mine is OB0. I think it doesn't change. Yeah, it's always mid. No matter, so you know, OB0 is all you need. But if you do have it at OB6, then it can go from mid to high, which is nice. It's not necessary because OB0 it only goes mid to mid, but really that's all you need. Because actually Bahamut starts with magic attack up, so you need to get rid of that. And Twinkling Star does that. So you want magic attack down. I'm using Zack, but I'm not only using Zack's Twinkling Star. I'm also giving Cloud a Defaith materia, so you can mix. Because I don't have a high potency one. Twinkling Star is only mid potency, so and I think Bahamut starts the fight with, like, I don't remember how many stacks. Let me think. It might be 4 or 5 stacks. I mean, we'll see later, but it's like several stacks of magic attack up, so you need to clear that, and 1 Twinkling Star is not going to be enough, so in my party, I'm also having Cloud Defaith materia to bring the magic attack down. You can mix and match Defaith or weapons. Yeah, okay, so that's the 4 things, right? The 4 key things. You got HP, you have magic defense, you have heal power, and you have magic attack down. So if you balance those 4 things in your party, you can get through the beginning of the fight, which is the beginning of the fight where they hit you with 3 attacks, 3 special attacks back to back to back. And if you can survive those 3 special attacks, the next special part of the fight will happen, which is a sigil phase. It's a diamond sigil phase. As you see, they recommend ice for Ifrit, and then they do recommend you bring diamond sigil, because there is a diamond sigil phase, and the only way to break diamond sigils is to use a diamond sigil weapon, which there's a few, but like Bahamut Knuckles here, you see it, Ruinous Surge, you see next to the ability here, it has this diamond sigil icon. So if you're using Tifa and you give her Bahamut Knuckles and you use Ruinous Surge, then you will clear 3 sigils. But if you don't have a weapon like this, actually, if you look at my party, I'm actually not using any weapons with diamond sigil break. You can use materia. So like any materia, attacking materia, they cost 3 ATB, and they will clear 1 sigil. So it's very slow, right? 3 ATB to clear 1 sigil compared to 4 ATB to clear 3 sigils. So if you can, it would be good to use a diamond sigil weapon. But for me, I opted into just using materia. But it is difficult to just use materia. You need to be almost perfect. You need to be almost perfect, or you will run out of time and you won't clear the sigils. So yeah, so basically you have two options. If you have a diamond sigil weapon, the phase will be really easy. Like it's almost impossible to fail it. But if you don't use a diamond sigil weapon, then that phase is actually quite difficult. You have to manage your ATB perfectly, and you have to control your characters perfectly, because if you don't control your characters, they might use abilities like Zack might use Twinkling Star, which costs 4 ATB. And just to clear one sigil, 4 ATB, but you need Zack to be using like his 3 ATB materia. Otherwise, the phase, the sigil, you won't break it in time. So yeah, those are your two options. Yeah, okay, and then after the sigil phase, then there's still after the sigil phase, then there'll be the next part is not that hard, actually, after the sigil phase. So after the sigil phase, you'll have a lot of time to heal and do whatever you want. The next part will be to hit Bahamut. Bahamut will charge up his Mega Flare, but this time Bahamut will have a bar over his head, and if you clear the bar, then you cancel his special attack. So, and it's not too hard to clear the bar. Well, it does depend on your DPS. So, I mean, Cloud is the one who's going to be clearing Bahamut, doing the damage, right? So you need to do damage to Bahamut to clear his bar to prevent his special attack. And then after Bahamut's, then the fight gets a little more difficult again. So after Bahamut's special attack, Ifrit will now charge his special attack, and he'll also have a bar, but this time, if you clear Ifrit's bar, it does not cancel his special attack. It only delays it. So it's good to try to clear the bar on Ifrit, but after you clear the bar, you're kind of just like stun Ifrit for a bit, but then he'll resume, and then he'll prepare to hit your team with a special attack. And this special attack is a physical AoE special attack. So at the beginning, I said you need magic defense. Well, unfortunately, when you reach this part of the fight, you actually need physical defense as well. So now we can talk about how do you get physical defense. Obviously, you can give your characters materia or sub weapons. I don't think I did. Nope, I did not. I did not. Who is my squishiest? Cloud is my squishiest member, so I can show you what you need to survive this attack. Just like the first special attack, your team is debuffed by magic defense. For the Ifrit's special attack, your team is also gonna lose their. Your team is also going to be debuffed by physical defense. So I didn't do it, but actually, I was using Aerith, so I could have used her Breath of the Earth limit break, which this clears physical defense down. That would have been really good. I didn't do that, but you could do that, or if you're using, you might not be using Aerith. If you're using like Matt. If you're using Matt, you could also use his limit break, which this one, Gigantic Shield. This is AoE physical defense up to your entire team. You could do that. And I think Red has one too. If you're using Red, you could use his Lunatic High, which just like Matt is AoE physical defense up to your team. To clear the physical, because your team is going to be debuffed by physical defense down. But you'll notice my team, I did not use any limit breaks to clear that. So how did I buff my team's physical defense? It's this weapon here from Zack. At least for me, I'm using Defender. It's increases physical defense mid but only to one ally. This, at least the one I'm using. Zack's only works to one ally, but as you'll see in the fight, I only need to buff physical defense for Cloud, because Cloud is my squishiest member. He only has 8,600 HP, and he only has 116 physical defense. You can look at, Aerith. Aerith and Zack, they have over 12,000 HP, right? But Cloud only has 8,000, so Cloud is the one that's going to die. If you're, yeah. I could have made Cloud tankier, like, I could have given him, like this weapon, Hellhouse Cannon. It's 26 HP and 22 physical defense. If you're having trouble with surviving, you could give your characters some defensive sub weapons. But for me, I decided to just buff Cloud's physical defense multiple times. So Cloud's physical defense is debuffed, so I used Defender to buff clear the debuff. Then I cast it again to increase Cloud's defense. Then I cast it again to make it high. So like it's 3 casts. 1 cast to clear it, 2 casts to give him mid potency, and then 3 casts to give Cloud high potency. Yeah. And then after you survive the Ifrit's physical special attack, then you're mostly good. It will depend. The fight after that gets pretty easy. You just well, for me, I pretty much ended the fight closely afterwards, but after that, it's not as hard as the beginning. So really, the beginning of the fight, surviving all these special attacks, clearing the sigil phase, that's the difficult part of the fight. Okay, so you need defense. So after that, so you need defense, and then now let's talk about offense. Offense is important too, but it comes secondary. Like, so if you can't survive, then you can't do your damage, right? So that's why I talked about defense first. Now we can talk about offense. So here's my DPS. I'm using Cloud, and I'm using him as an ice damage dealer. Stream Saber does 600% physical ice damage to one target, so this is going to help me kill Ifrit. I also gave him Sky Splitter, which does more, 700 instead of 600, and this is going to help me kill Bahamut, because it does fire damage, so it's not gonna work well on Ifrit, but it will work on Bahamut. It really depends on you. There's a lot of DPS characters you can use, right? You don't have to use Cloud. You can literally use. I'm sure there's like more than 6 DPS characters you can use in this fight. This Cloud just happens to be my best one, and yeah. So ideally, you do want your DPS to be ice if you can, right? Because you're fighting Ifrit. Yeah, and I also gave Cloud Shiva. So Shiva is going to do AoE ice damage, so it's going to hit Ifrit really hard, but it's also going to hit Bahamut for a good amount of damage as well. And then I can show you the subs. So I already told you I gave him Bahamut Knuckles, Magic Defense HP to survive the initial, the beginning part of the fight. But after that, I gave him pure damage, right? I'm giving him Ceremonial, Physical Attack, Physical Ability Potency, giving him Enemy Launcher, Attack, and more Physical Ability Potency. You can see he's got 5,600 attack, maxed out the P attack, level 7, level 2 in attack. He has level 4 fire potency for when he's hitting Bahamut. He's got level 2 ice potency for when he's hitting Ifrit. I'm wearing his Ice Arcanum costume for when he's hitting Ifrit, and also it helps Shiva do more damage. And then he's got level 4 boost physical ability potency, which helps both fire and ice damage. But not only am I using Cloud as DPS, you can see here on my materia slots for Aerith and Zack, they are holding bio, because Ifrit, you can use Bile on Ifrit to to poison him and start doing damage to him over time. So it's not required. This is not required at all. You can definitely clear this without Bile, but Bile just does make it easier to kill Ifrit. So yeah, they have Bile here. And then the last thing to talk about, not the last thing, but the last part of the build, I think, for damage more is Kamara 1 is here because it boosts magic defense to the entire team, but a nice side effect is it also increases physical attack to my entire team. But I mean, really, it gives Cloud, it buffs Cloud's physical attack, so that's part of the offense. This is totally optional. You don't need physical attack up to clear this, but it does help. Or if you're using a magic DPS, like maybe you're using Sephiroth. Sephiroth has his edged wings, ice magic. That could also work. Then you could use magic attack up for him. But again, damage is less important than defense for this fight. And the last thing I have here is I did give Zac D-Brave. I mean, I would say physical attack down. This is nice, but it's not that important because it doesn't work on Ifrit, so it only works on Bahamut. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's just there. I'm not sure if I used it. Maybe I used it once, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the party. Okay, with that said, I think we can take a look at the fight, and I'll talk you through it. Okay, so here I'll show you. So here at the beginning of the fight, right? Nothing happens. They're gonna buff each other up. Like Ifrit will buff up his attack and magic attack. You can't do anything about that. Oh, actually, well, sorry, no, you actually can if you're using Matt or Red's limit breaks. Their limit break 3s do clear physical and magic attack. But for my party, okay, yeah. So for my party, I can't do anything about that. And Bahama is going to increase his magic attack, and that I can do something about because remember, Bahama is not immune to magic attack down. See, so they have magic attack up and physical attack up. Can't do anything about Ifrit for now. I mean, ever actually. So I'm targeting Bahamut, and I need to clear the magic attack down. So we're gonna use Zac, Twinkling Star, and we're gonna use Cloud's D-Faith. And while we do that, Aerith is going to buff our magic defense because actually our magic defense is gonna decrease, as you'll see. See, so now our magic, we have -4 in magic defense, so Aerith is gonna buff that, and you see now Zac and Cloud, we are defaithing Bahamut here. So we cleared all his magic attack, and now Zac finally is going to put it down to 1, and Aerith is going to top off our magic defense. So we have +3 now. And now we're going to take the first special attack from Bahamut. He is debuffed and we are buffed, and you can see it does a good amount of damage, but actually not that much. And now after the special attack, see, we had Zac use his cure to heal our team, but you see after Zac used cure, we're still not healthy, so we're going to use Aerith to also. So we see that this is why this is why I need 2 healers, because 1 healer is not enough, because you can see now Ifrit is charging his special attack. It's going to hit us soon. So if we do not heal this, we're going to die. So right before it hits, I'm going to heal. Aerith's going to heal. See, I'm not quite full HP, but close. And then Ifrit hits us, and we survive because we had 2 healers. And then after that, see, Zac heals us. We need to heal up again because the 3rd special attack is coming. It's a double special attack from Ifrit and Bahamut, so just focusing on healing right now. Zac cured, and then Aerith is going to cure as well. and then now Bahamut lost his magic attack debuff, so Cloud reapplied it. It's the AI actually. Cloud doesn't need to reapply it. Only Zach needs to. But yeah, Zach's gonna put it down to mid, and then now we need to heal. I do use Zach's limit break here. It's just for damage. It doesn't. Yeah, it's a fast charge. It doesn't do much because he is a support, right? I didn't build any damage on him, but yeah. And then now we need to heal because you see the special attack's coming. This is the third special attack. Okay, now we're full HP. Same thing. Bahamut is debuffed. Bahamut is debuffed, and we are buffed, right? We have magic defense up. He has magic attack down. We're gonna take this attack, and right now I want to save ATB because after I take this attack, there's going to be a sigil phase, and remember my team doesn't have a diamond sigil weapon, so it's going to be really hard to break it, so I need all the ATB I can get. So right now, once I'm well healed up, then I just need to save ATB. You can see how much damage this does. Probably does more than the first two. Yeah, see, so I mean, that's Cloud was full HP, fully buffed magic defense, and almost fully debuffed magic attack. My team doesn't have a way to bring this to high, so that was the best I could do, and he barely survives. And now you don't need to heal. The AI, I forgot. Sometimes I think the AI might heal it, so this gets tricky. So the AI might use their ATB for something weird. So this is the hard part if you're not running a diamond sigil weapon. But yeah, I try my best to preserve all my ATB because I want to use all my 3 ATB skills to clear this next sigil phase. Right, and I don't heal because during this sigil phase, they will not attack you. So you know, even though Cloud only has 186 HP, you don't need to worry about it. So here I'm just trying my best. Yeah, Zach does waste 4 ATB skill here. Here I use Cloud's limit break because this it'll be a long fight. He'll charge it up again, and you know. You don't need to save it for anything. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Actually, you might want to save it because you know, later on in the fight, Bahamut and also Ifrit, remember I told you they will charge their special attacks. I mean, they'll have a bar. If you don't clear the bar, then they'll release their special attacks. So Shiva can really help you clear the bar. But if you have enough DPS, like without your limit break, like my Cloud is actually pretty strong, so I opt to use Shiva here just to increase my DPS. You know, I don't need to save it for clearing a bar. You'll see later. And then here we continue to try to break it. There's 3 left. You can see it's really close. 1 left. Cloud's gonna use. Oh no! You see, it just barely made it. Like I would say less than a second. There's less than a second, and I would have failed. And if you don't break this, they will just kill your team. But since I broke it, now I have lots of time to DPS. But actually, no, it's not. You don't want to DPS yet, right? Because we're still in survival mode. So right now, I want to heal up. So okay, yeah. I mean, I can use limit breaks just for DPS because why not? There's no, well, there are some attacks you can interrupt later, but right now, at the beginning of the fight, there's not really anything to interrupt with your limit breaks. So healing up with Aerith, healing up with Zach, and still not full HP, so I need to heal up again with Aerith. So you see that this is why 2 healers is good. And I'm targeting Bahamut right now, because, well, for 2 reasons. You can see I've targeted Bahamut for most of this fight. Mainly because Bahamut is the harder one to kill, because Ifrit is weak to ice, right? And Cloud does ice damage, and Shiva does ice damage. So it's easy to kill Ifrit. Not only ice, but you can poison Ifrit, which we did during the sigil break phase, we used a few bios to break the sigils, but also we got lucky, you could say, and we landed a bio on him, so that'll do some good damage. But Bahamut is not easy to kill because he has no weakness, so focusing Bahamut here. And one thing I forgot to mention was it's really important that you kill both of them at around the same time. You don't have to kill them exactly, but once you kill one of them, the other one will go crazy and they'll do a lot of damage, a lot of DPS to your team. So that's why you want to kill both at the same time. So I'm going to try to get Bahamut low and also get Ifrit low and then kill them at the same time. So right now the focus is let's get Bahamut low because Ifrit is just easy to kill. But not only that, after the sigil phase, Bahamut is going to do charge up his special attack. So I'm setting up like physical defense. See right here, physical defense down. I'm trying to clear this bar. And you'll notice, I don't have my limit breaks, right? Because I used them earlier, just to do damage. And then since I used them earlier, they're charged up. I got this charge for free. I mean, if I saved it, then I would have lost this charge. But since I used it earlier, I charged up my second one. 33% extra, or almost half here. But I don't. If your DPS is not strong, then you might want to just save it so you can clear this bar. You can just limit break right now and clear this bar. But like I said, my DPS is strong enough that I can just use regular abilities. You can see Cloud's going to use Blazing Strike. It almost clears it, so maybe one more. One more. I don't know why you used Quake Blow. It must be the AI. Okay, see? So it only takes 2 attacks. It depends on your account. It might take 1 attack if you're a whale. It might take 3 attacks if you're weaker. But for me, it only took Cloud 2 attacks to clear this. So now I canceled this. And then I'm good for a bit. And then here I have Zach start to buff Cloud's physical defense. So right now he just used Spirit Burst, which increases one character's physical defense. I did that because the next special attack, which I talked about, is going to be Ifrit's special attack, which does AoE physical damage, right? And then Zach and Aerith will have no problem because they have lots of HP, but Cloud only has 8,000, so we need to start preparing for that. So Zach is buffing Cloud's physical defense. But other than that, I mean, Cloud's free to do some damage. Aerith is free to heal or whatever. And now you see Ifrit has his bar, and we would like to clear it. But even like I said, even if you clear it, he will still do his special attack. So, but we would like to clear it. So now let's target Ifrit, and at the same time. Okay, well, not yet, but and here you can see the physical defense down. That's what happens to your whole team. But Cloud doesn't have it because he was pre-buffed, and then now Zach's gonna need to buff him again. There it is. So Zach buffs him there, and then while Cloud works on this, and while Aerith is healing, because Bahamut does hit you, they do hit you a bit. It's not that much damage. And here I just use my limit breaks, just same idea. I don't need to save them for anything. It's here to just use it off cooldown, so then I can use the next one sooner, but it does also help me clear that bar. You can see, so once the bar is clear, he will just do nothing for a bit, but he will still use his special attack. So it's different from Bahamut. Bahamut, I cleared the bar, then Bahamut doesn't use the special attack. But for Ifrit will use it no matter what. So that's why I buffed Cloud's physical defense in preparation for this. Yeah, here it is. AoE physical. You can see Oh, he only had mid potency, so I guess yeah, I guess he only needed mid. I was trying to get him high, but he had mid. Aerith and Zac did not have any, but they had a lot of HP, so we survived that. Now the rest of the fight is now the hard part's over. Now you just need to kill them. They're not that threatening anymore. So not much to say here. I'm gonna try to kill them together. So Aerith is just gonna keep us alive. Zac's gonna decrease their physical defense because okay, there's a dive bomb, but that's single target. Now these special attacks are nothing compared to what we've dealt with before. So now Bahamut is going to dive bomb. It's a single target physical attack, and you can see who he targets too. So he's targeting Aerith with a physical attack, so it's very easy for Zac to buff Aerith's physical defense. Yeah. See right here. Just buff Aerith's defense, just continue. You want to get them both kind of low before you kill them. Keep your team alive, and the rest of the fight's pretty easy now. So, let's see here. There's another sigil phase, but this sigil phase is not as hard as the other one because this one, well, first targeting is easier. You only need to target Ifrit. The other sigil phase was there were 5 sigils on Ifrit and 5 sigils on Bahamut. It's kind of hard with the AI sometimes wastes their ATB. You need to switch in and so on. So here, you also have more time too. This one is longer time to do it, so it's not a big deal. You just do whatever really to clear this. Yeah, I mean, even easier obviously if you have a sigil breaking weapon. And using this time to also try to bio him, which is nice. Yeah, just using limit breaks off cooldown almost just to do DPS. And you can see Ifrit is quite low and he's poisoned, so now it's time to hit Bahamut because also Cloud's Shiva is coming up and that will pretty much kill Ifrit. So really you need to hit Bahamut. And not only that, but Bahamut is charging his special attack again. We want to cancel that by clearing the bar, you see? So it takes around 2 or 3 attacks from Cloud. Now we have Shiva. Alright, just use it. Should be close. I don't think, do they die? No, okay, it's close. And then now it just takes a few attacks from Cloud, and that should be it. Obviously, it depends on your DPS. If your DPS is stronger, you'll finish this fight sooner. If your DPS is weaker, you'll just take a few more times. But the hard part is just the beginning when you take all those attacks, so it doesn't really matter anymore. And that's it.
ぞ。これこれ。ほらよ。こりゃこれ。俺が出る。やってやる。ほら。
さあ頑張ろう。運んで私の思い。
手と誇りを見せてやる。これ蹴散らしちゃうぞ。ほらよ。俺が出る。これ俺が。はっ。
私の出番や。
俺が出る。蹴散らしちゃうぞ。
お疲れ様。